Multisales Corporation emerged as a leading garment accessory manufacturer in the year 2002 and later established with state-of-the-art polyester button manufacturing company with Italian know-how. Now, we have our manufacturing plant near Bangalore at Biddi, which is situated near the textile industry epicenters like Tirupur and Mumbai. The company is owned and managed by the Bhansali Group. The manufacturing and technical requirements are managed by Mr. Rajendra Bhansali, who is a chemical engineer and has done masters in plastics technology. The marketing requirements are challengingly handled by Mr. Suresh Bhansali, who has acquired masters in marketing. We have an efficient sales team to coordinate the needs of the merchandisers. We believe in teamwork, and that's one of the biggest strengths which we possess. The plant has sophisticated machinery and a technically sound team which enable us to excel in the competitive and versatile market. But it interests us further when we know that buttons has an interesting past too.
The earliest buttons date to prehistoric times where buttons were made of bone, horn and seashell. In the prehistoric times, buttons were just an ornament of fashion. It became an essential element only after the invention of the buttonhole. Buttons became a staple of men's fashion when jackets often featured rows of buttons from chin to the waist.
Multisales Corporation has many certifications to its credits for its excellence in manufacturing CONQUEROR buttons. We are an OEKO TEX Standard 100 certified factory which meets all the button requirements of the modern garment industry.
In this button manufacturing, the most important challenges a manufacturer faces are the quality, service, innovativeness and the reliability and repeatability. Without quality, you cannot sell a product today, and that applies to our industry. Most important accessory used in a garment has to be really good. Everybody needs a new variety of fashion buttons where they look for the uniqueness of the button, and it becomes too important when you work with a high fashion brands and in women's wear. Then comes the reliability and repeatability. You need to be a reliable source for your customers, and at the same time repeatability is also important because there are repeat orders from the customer and we need to give the same quality button without taking much references again from the customer. Apart from the button quality, we are eco-friendly button manufacturers. We have implemented rain harvesting in our factory. We have also implemented recycling of the processed water, which is not normally very common in the industry. See, our focus is on the innovativeness. As you are aware, today quantity is not important, but the quality is important. But quality at what cost? Without affecting our ozone, we need to produce the button. And there comes the importance of recyclability. We would like to go in the manufacturing of recycled buttons. We would like to become a global force in button manufacturing.
It is believed that the outlook of an apparel or a garment depends on the design of the buttons used on them. It is not just the design, but the quality of the button which also plays a crucial role.
Quality of the button is more important for any garment because it's the button which holds the garment together. It is as important as thread. Buttons are very integral part of any outfit or any garment, and the buttons and the hooks and the zips are the ones which gives that finished effect for any garment. Buttons basically comes in different sizes and colors and patterns. It depends on what kind of garment you are using and what kind of material you are using. In my studio, I use lot of CONQUEROR buttons only because they have a lot of shades and lot of patterns and they come in different sizes, and basically they won't leave the color on the fabric. That's the only reason why I prefer CONQUEROR buttons. As a fashion designer, I would like to use more buttons in my garment. It's only because it gives the finished effect on the garment. There are different kinds of buttons like fish eye buttons and small buttons, seashell buttons, etc. Basically, I use all these buttons depending on my design and my fabric.
We have an efficient factory setup with the state-of-the-art machinery and manufacturing excellence to meet the international standards. You can see a small glimpse of our manufacturing process. Polyester arrives at the factory in liquid form and the color is added to the polyester solution. The color is selected as per the client's need. The mixture of polyester, catalyst and wax is then poured into a large rotating metal cylinder. After mixing the color dye to the polyester, the mixture is poured into centrifugal casting drums in layers which rotates for about 20 minutes and then forms the polyester sheets. A greater amount of polyester is used for thicker buttons and less for thinner ones. The hardened polyester sheets are transferred to a blanking machine where the sheet is cut into the blanks of desired shape and size. In the rod casting process, the colored polyester solution is poured into pipes of the required diameter and is removed when it attains the required hardness. Blanks are ready for shaping and holing process similar to sheet casting. These hardened blanks are then taken for shaping and holing process. A sophisticated turning machine is used to make the hole and shape the blanks. We also have a sophisticated laser engraving technology where the customer's brand name can be engraved on the buttons. This also performs the shaping and hole making process. The rough and sharp-edged buttons are placed into a hexagonal tumbling drum which contains water, an abrasive material and a foaming agent. The buttons bounce around in the drum till they become smooth and shiny. The buttons are then hand-picked manually to ensure that the defective buttons are separated and good ones are sent for a quality check. We have a lab with experienced technicians who work on the accuracy of the color and composition of the buttons. The buttons are checked for their physical strength and color accuracy before it's sent for packing. The buttons are weighed and packed in packets after the quality check, and these are now ready to reach the clients. Our vast storage unit facilitates to store a large quantity of ready stock which supports the last-minute requirements of the merchandiser. The inventory is updated with the ongoing fashion. Despite regular dispatch of buttons, we always have extra samples to meet the urgency and last-minute requirement of the merchandisers. Today, buttons are available in different colors, sizes and patterns. We generally concentrate on the actual geometrical shapes. It could look like a square, circle, or it could be ovular in shape. You would be surprised to know that there is a unique way of measuring the buttons. When measuring buttons, we generally refer to the diameter of the button. A 1-inch diameter is called a 40 line, which can be simply expressed as 40L. Men's tailored suits generally have a 24-line button on the sleeve and pant closure and a 32-line on the jacket closure. We have a worldwide client base and we believe in proving a timely and quality service to our clients. We understand the needs of our client and provide the best of the buttons based on their requirements. We supply buttons to various brands present at all the big outlets. It is surprising that a common man also understands the importance of buttons in his own way.
Buttons look attractive on shirt. I like color buttons in the shirt because it looks good and distinct. I prefer a trendy and stylish button and I have fascination for buttons.
We exhibit our concern in preserving the environmental balance by practicing environmental friendly manufacturing processes wherever possible.